Hello, Ryan from Fiscal here, and today I'm going to take you through the QBO integration and setup. So, before we get into that, a few things to note is who holds the authority, Cin7 or QBO. And for certain items, it is QBO, and for certain items, it is Cin7, and then for other items, it is both. So we have QBO is the authority for your chart of accounts, for your tax rules, for your payment terms, and for your company addresses. And so you'll see a little bit more of that during the integration. And then further, we have Cin7 Core as the authority for purchase orders, purchase credit notes, sales quotes, sales credit notes, customer credits, and supplier deposits. And then they both hold the authority for vendors or suppliers, customers, payments and refunds, bills or purchase invoices, sales invoices, and items or products. And we'll go into that a little bit later during the integration as well. So from our dashboard, we can go into the integrations panel, either scroll or search. QBO is on the main page over here. And then we can select Start QuickBooks Wizard. Okay, also a few things to note is that it really only works well with Plus and Advanced. You'll see that it can work with Essentials, with QBO Essentials, but it is recommended that you have either a Plus or an Advanced QBO account. Okay, then we want to know the sync method that you want to use, either syncing from QuickBooks only or syncing from both ways. So we want a pretty easy and seamless flow of data. So we're going to select both ways. And would you like to turn off tracking in QuickBooks? We want to select yes. If you select no, what will happen is that the products that you have or that you have in QBO will be synced to Cin7 as service items and vice versa. So we're going to select yes, select continue. Do we want to keep our data in Cin7 Core? So if you've been using Cin7 Core for some time and you have some data in there that you'd like to keep, of course, you're going to select yes. Alternatively, if it's a fresh account, you can select no. If it's a fresh account and you've got some maybe training data or trialing data that you've played around with, you can then carry on from that, select all transactions, and you can go on about it like that. But I don't want to do that. I want all of the data to be kept in Cin7 Core. Select continue, and you'll get taken to the QBO integration page where it will ask you to integrate a specific account. Now you'll be asked to log in, but I am already logged in, so I can then it'll automatically pick up the accounts that I have associated with the account I'm logged into. Select connect. But if it is the wrong account, let's say you have multiple QBO accounts, then you can go in and say not you, log into the appropriate account and then continue from there. So we're going to connect. We'll wait for this to load. And now we can continue. So now it'll take us to an account mapping section where we need to map all of the appropriate accounts, the appropriate tax rules, appropriate payment terms as well, all in stages. So now, because I already have all of these accounts set up in my QBO chart of accounts, I don't have to do it. However, if I did not have any of this in my QBO, then it'll come up like this. It'll be highlighted in red, and you'll then have to go to your QuickBooks, go to settings, chart of accounts, and then create the appropriate account in the appropriate assets, liability, current or fixed, and so on, and then map it accordingly. But I have all of these selected and created already, so now I can connect. Okay, you will see that all my tax rules are optional, and that is because I have made all of them, or all of the appropriate ones, deprecated, because I have no tax rules set up in my QBO account, and it will give me an error. So what you can do, however, is if you don't have any of these set up like me, you can go into your tax rules in QBO, create the new tax rule, reload tax rule from QBO, and then select the appropriate account, and then select continue. Right. For your payment terms mapping, you can do the same thing. It will automatically select the ones that you have in your QBO account, but if those were not created, you can go into QBO from your dashboard, go into accounts and settings, go to sales, and then from your sales form content, you can select in preferred invoice terms, drop down and select plus, add new, and you can create new terms just like that. Okay, all of that is automatically done. Select continue. Do I want to import opening balances? So if I select no, then of course none of my opening balances from QuickBooks will be imported into QBO. But if I have been using QBO for some time and I do want that data pulled through to Cin7, I will select yes. Select continue. Okay, then it's going to ask you the same thing, but for stock on hand to Cin7 from QuickBooks. So if you have stock on hand in QuickBooks, which I would recommend you switch off your inventory tracking. So if we go into QuickBooks, go into settings, sales, track, here we go. So track inventory quantity on hand. You will select that as off, save it. The reason for this is because you will be able to do, you will be able to track inventory a little bit more effectively in Cin7, and you don't want them to get confused between the two. You don't want any sync errors, and you can upload a inventory or a stock take onto QuickBooks or a stock take onto Cin7 afterwards anyway. So we'll select no, but if I selected yes, it will then ask me, where do I want to store the imported stock on hand? So if I had important information on QuickBooks, the stock data on QuickBooks, and I wanted to bring it into Cin7, but I kind of wanted to isolate it, then I would select a specific location, and I could create a new location for the QuickBooks. So I would label that location QuickBooks inventory on hand, for example, stock on hand, and then I would be able to select it there. But I'm going to select no, select continue, and you will be warned that this is an irreversible action. You will also be given a summary of what is going to take from here. So we'll select here, or we'll type in the box here, I am ready to make irreversible changes to QuickBooks. Select proceed. Oh, I must have made a mistake here. Irreversible. Ooh. Okay, let's try that again. Select proceed. And now this does take some time because it's obviously taking data from QBO, data from Cin7, merging the two, syncing the two, and making sure that it all works very well. Okay, and now you have successfully integrated QBO. Now you can go into the top of your page, and this is accessible wherever you are throughout Cin7, and select sync now, but there is nothing to sync, so there's no worries there. But for example, certain actions occur throughout the day. It will then give you a total of the amount of items that need to be synced through. However, you can automate this. So you can auto-synchronize and then select the frequency. And if there are any sync errors or alerts, then you can either get pushed, you can select an email, so it'll give you a push notification via email about the sync errors, or you can create an internal error notification. You can go into your general settings and change all of the different settings on how you want QBO and Cin7 to work together, and so on. But that's out of the scope of this video. And then you can go into advanced settings. And if you ever want to take QBO off, you just scroll down in the advanced settings section and select disable integration. Okay. And that is everything to do with the QBO integration and setup.